Hello, Internet. Welcome back to our Cataclysm Refugee series. In the last episode, I think we were trying to sleep, and then we got bamboozled by a zombie in our bed, which is unfortunate. What we're gonna do is move our bed. We're gonna sleep in here instead. I think it's just a little bit more secure. This had a lot of windows. We didn't really have tall furniture. Despite the dressers looking very large, they actually can be seen through, so they're not actually a fully standing thing. Unlike these bookshelves, which are a much larger thing that actually block vision. So, although I remember being frustrated by the fact that the zombie somehow knew we were in here, despite us just sleeping, not making any noise, and our scent shouldn't have built up that much in just, I think we only slept for about an hour. So, yeah, it's not great. The main issue here is that we wanted to heal overnight so that we could get our arm repaired because we were very nearly had a broken arm. Now, since we had that, we actually put on better armor. So we have something covering it now. It's just a long underwear top, but I think, and a long sleeve shirt. But I think that is enough to stave off really, really basic attacks, like really low tier basic attacks. It's not a lot, but it's something to help mitigate that damage because previously we were wearing a vest, which meant every time our arms were targeted, the hit landed. So clothing is better than nothing. And also we did heal that little slash worth of damage, so that's something. But unfortunately, we're not going to be tired anytime soon because we did just wake up. So we're not going to be tired, which means we're not going to be able to sleep again, which means we need to head out. Now, the other thing that insulates us from damage is the fact that we now have... Oh, why do I have a bat? Where's my... I had a spear. Where's my spear? Simple knife spear. Why did I drop this spear? Okay, well, regardless, we're going to drop our bat here. Is this the unsorted pile? Unsorted, it is. And we're going to take our nail spear, and in fact, I think we'll make a backup while I'm thinking about it. So this also will insulate us from damage because now we can make reach attacks, which will help us to kite enemies instead of just fisticuffs, fighting them in melee. So I have water, some books we were reading. Don't need any of that. So we're going to go out and loot again because honestly it gets boring to just sit and read and whatnot. The smart thing to do, which is what I would encourage a new player to do, like if you're watching this and you're new-ish, I'd recommend that you rest when you're in this kind of health predicament, but because this is YouTube and stuff, it does get boring to just sit in the base. So we're going to head out and continue looting the area. Do I have a watch? I do have a watch, so we don't need to carry the cell phone with us. MP3. We must have looted somewhere recently that we have this stuff in our inventory. That's okay. We're very hungry. Let's eat something as well. We, if I recall, have a pretty limited supply of food. See what we got going on. Start at the top of the list. Canned tuna, lunch meat. So shelf life wise, we're okay. We have some stable food here. We would like to avoid eating some of our dry goods, like I'd like to save the beans and stuff. So let's just have some lunch meat, which is gross. I would never eat just a handful of lunch meat. Well, maybe if it was salami. Salami is delicious. We'll eat some cashews. Nuts have high fat content, if I recall correctly, which and complicated. Nuts are good for you, right? Are they bad for you? I actually have no idea. I think because they are fat, right? Like, isn't that's the main negative about that? And let's drag... Oh, are we still weary is the other question. We're not, which is good. We must have slept enough to stave off weariness, but because we didn't sleep very much, I anticipate weariness will come back pretty quickly. We're also in pain because we did fight a zombie. So let's eat some aspirin. And the thing I'm really looking for, the thing I really want to find is more disinfectant. I think we will head to this row of houses and see what we can find. Now, these two houses are oriented south. What that means is that their front door and front-facing windows will be on this road, and we know there are zombies here. So we do need to be cautious as we go in there. Something like this house, you'll see it's facing to the north. What that means is that the back, it probably has a back door, but there are fewer rear-facing windows in most house layouts than there are front-facing windows. So we like that this is facing north because we know this area is not clear, but not packed with enemies. Whereas this one, we saw quite a few enemies down here, probably a result of this park. So, yeah. Okay, let's head out. Oh, and let's find something to talk about. Let's get our question. Oh, my mouse sensitivity. I must have bumped the DPI button. Mouse sensitivity is all janky. Click, scroll, click. What do you do in your leisure time? Okay. Well, mostly I watch YouTube at this point. Normally I would record. I mean, I guess that's not leisure time per se. That would be time when, you know, despite the fact that I'm playing a game and whatnot, it is recording. It is some amount of work to record and edit. Where are these zombies? To the south and to the east. I would like to get eyes on the road to our south so I could get some idea of how many enemies are over there. If we just move... I wish I could see through that angle there to the road a little bit more clearly. It's this half wall that's going to be an issue. Oh, it's a full wall. It just has an open garage. Well, if we get over here, we could be able to see the road and get an idea of how many zombies are up front. Let's kill this fat zombie as it has spotted us. Yeah, so I don't know if doing YouTube counts as leisure time, because although I'm playing a game, I am recording and giving up some amount of my, like, conscious brain to, you know, maybe not being entertaining. I would say I don't focus on entertainment enough when I record, but I will say that, you know, the banter and stuff is somewhat mentally taxing to... You know, I'm sure you watch other YouTubers, other Twitch streamers. When I go to Twitch and I click a streamer, I expect to see content like I make, which is where they're very vocal. They talk basically uninterrupted for 30 minutes. And what I actually find on Twitch is that like literally 99% of streams that I click on, the whole stream is like this. And bear with me because I know some people say this isn't true, but I swear to God, every time I go to Twitch, this is what a Twitch stream looks like. Oh shit, shouldn't have done that. Okay. I guess we're dead. Okay, let's try again. And that's the whole stream. They're quiet for 20, 30, 45 seconds at a time. All you hear is keyboard clacking. They're not talking to their audience. They're not entertaining. Drives me nuts. I don't know how these people... And then you look at their viewer count and they got like 1,200 people watching them and you're like, how the why are you popular? Like, you know, you're not having conversation. You're not interacting with your audience. You seem like you can't be bothered to even try to communicate with people. And yeah, if I wanted to hear keyboard clacking and controller button pushing, that's not entertainment. So I look for the kind of content that I like to make, which is where you never stop talking. You know, if you watch one of my YouTube videos, it's pretty rare that I go like 4 or 5 seconds. Like I was physically uncomfortable making that joke because I was quiet for like 9 seconds. And that is very much out of the ordinary for the kind of content I make. Not that I make great content, but like I just prefer when people keep talking. So that's why I like Northern Lion so much, is that his banter is constantly going. So we did find some instant coffee mix. I think we talked about this before. I thought that this had been only added in certain places, but we're starting to see it around, which is really cool, because it's something we didn't have in the game for a long time, and we definitely should have. Also, was this display like this before? It's showing the container item and the contents. Didn't it used to say like a gallon jug of horseradish, and now it says glass jar? Like now it actually says the container separately from... Okay, I don't think I've updated in a while. I should pay more attention to these things. So we're still looking for better top clothing items for our torso and specifically for our arms. And unfortunately, tops are the harder thing to find. You can actually go in most houses and come away with leather pants or a leather kilt or something. But for your actual torso, it's a little bit harder to find. Like leather jackets are rarer. Leather trench coats, anything you would wear on your torso that's leather is a lot rarer than the pants items. So yeah, when I watch YouTube or whatever, oh my god, that's a kid. I completely missed your sprite because you're so tiny. Also, am I bleeding? Is that what this symbol means? You're bleeding. Stupid child. Zombie children and non-zombie children are the worst. Are we grabbed? We're not, so we're going to run. And again, we're going to kite these enemies so that we can avoid taking more damage than is strictly necessary. And we're just going to let that wound bleed. I'm not really concerned. You do have a backpack. I can't remember if we've been picking up backpacks, so let's grab that. So yeah, my favorite YouTubers and Twitch streamers are people who do that, who talk uninterrupted for long periods of time. Just because I go to a show because I want to be entertained. I want to hear you talk. I want to hear you banter. I want to hear your thoughts. I can't stand YouTubers and streamers who are so focused on the game that they're just narrating or I like watching Mario Maker, but sometimes I go to watch Mario Maker and the guy is like quiet for 40 seconds and then he dies and he's like, "Oh geez, we died." And then he's quiet for 40 seconds and then he dies and he's like, "Oh son of a bitch, we died again." And then it's like, it's not entertaining at all. I don't understand how those people become popular. And there's an awful lot of them on Twitch that are like that. And then the other thing that really annoys me is DMCA stuff. Like, every time I go to a Twitch stream, despite all the DMCA things that have been coming out, people are still playing like Kanye music over their streams, and I don't understand what they're thinking. I really dislike streamers, to be perfectly honest. The attitude that so many of them seem to have, the fact that I'm older and most of them are younger and just seem like they don't take things seriously, and it's like a really good job, it's like a really fun job that you get to spend your time doing, and then people treat it like, oh, it's such a burden, or every now and then it'll come out where someone is like talking bad about their audience or whatever, and it's like, I don't know, I find it frustrating. But anyway, that's not really what the question was asking. In my leisure time, other than that, I watch movies, I listen to audiobooks, podcasts, I watch a lot of YouTube. I prefer television to movies at this point, just because I find, we will take those compression shorts. I wasn't gonna, because I think we're already pretty warm. We're really not. Are we wearing pants or a kilt? I don't remember what we landed on. We are wearing pants and leg guards and boy shorts. We can swap the boy shorts for compression shorts. They're a tiny bit more protection, and the percentage is better. It's the warmth I'm worried about. I don't want to get too hot on our legs because the leather gear on your legs is quite warm. Back scabbard, a leather scabbard big enough for almost any sword, designed to be strapped to the back. I did fix the item scroll issue here that we were having. So, fun fact, if you go in the escape key bindings menu, which is how I've always done keys, it doesn't show every option. So I didn't know that at the time. I was looking to pick up items, and you actually press the question mark here and it gives you a specific list of keybinds for this exact menu. So here I did bind them to the angled brackets. The problem is I had bound those to other things. That's why it was not working for me. So now I can scroll up and down in items, which is super, super handy. We will take the back scabbard, I guess. I don't see myself wearing it, but if we need to contain items in the future, it might be nice to have one instead of trying to make one ourselves. Where's this tough zombie? Pretty far away. Oh, it's the back patio. Let's continue searching. How's our inventory? Pretty good. Yeah, let's grab some things. Tank top, no thank you. We're looking for food items. We're still bleeding, which is a little surprising. Let's slap a bandage on it since we're still bleeding. Okay. Flashlight we'll take. Matchbook. Other than that, I don't really play games much unless I'm playing them for YouTube. Just because I get bored really easy and have a short attention span. I did go back to speedrunning Soldier of Fortune a little bit, but then I ended up abandoning that as well, just because I've forgotten a lot of stuff. about the speed run, and I didn't really have time to invest in it. So what I'm looking for is what knife we need. Carving knife, chef knife. So let's grab those items so that we have those to make backup spears. Don't need any of that. I don't know if we have a pot back at base or not. If we don't, we can just get one pretty easily. We'll take a sponge, take a gallon jug, I guess, and check the fridge. Some booze. Still looking for real food. Everyone seems to have dairy in their fridge, despite the fact that a huge percentage of the population is lactose intolerant. Meat pizzas is actually a really good find. Let's dump something so we can take this pizza. What should we get rid of? What don't I need? Well, the backpack really I don't need. That should free up a fair bit of space. I don't know how big the cardboard box is. Okay, we have enough space. And, you know, I don't really care about the bird eggs. So nice little bit of food there. We're still looking for disinfectant. Heartburn. Albuterol, no. Oh, man, no disinfectant. That's a bummer. Okay. Take the cough syrup and stuff. We're out of space. Let's go home and come back. We'll go out the nice little front patio. Yeah, I don't really play games as much anymore. I did check out, I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends on my tablet. It seems really pay to win, but it is fun. I find it fun, so I've been playing it a little bit. They're not going to get any money from me. I don't have money to spare, so I'm not really worried about, you know, spending too much. And all of their packs, they're completely unreasonably priced. Like, it's a free mobile game, and then they'll flash a pack, and it'll be like $49.99. It's like, who pays $49.99 for a mobile game? Just absolutely ridiculous. Unless you're watching this and you spend $49.99 on mobile games, then by all means, power to you. If you have that kind of disposable income, do whatever you want with it. But I don't, so they're not... I'm not spending any money on Raid Shadow Legends. And it's just nice because it's idle. I can be doing other things. I just click a button and it you know, runs through a dungeon or whatever. I don't have to sit there and micromanage everything. So it's a nice background game while I'm editing or writing or whatever. I did check out Genshin Impact on PC, which is like the new hotness of the MMOs, anime-style MMOs. I actually think that game is really underwhelming. You basically only get like 2 moves per character. And it's just completely different from like your traditional MMO where you have like all the hotkeys and stuff. And I found it a little like really, really simplistic, which just doesn't appeal to me. I thought it would be fun. You know, I like the anime aesthetic. I like... I see some zombies. Just the one. I thought I saw multiple. You know, I like the anime aesthetic and stuff, but I don't enjoy... It's just too simple. We will take these boots, I think. I never wear boots. Stiff leather boots with intricate embroidery and 1-inch heels. They look good, but they aren't made for running. Each boot is large enough to conceal a small holdout pistol. Nah, I don't think I need this. I thought I'd wear them just for the giggles, but no, I don't think so. So I think Genshin Impact, I like their elemental system, but for the most part, the game is too lackluster to really be anything. And then it's the same thing. They have microtransactions that are a little bit those are much more tolerable, but like, if you're gonna get money out of me, your game has to be a lot better than Genshin Impact, frankly. It's just too simple. It's clearly designed to be simple, and it's never going to get complex, you know, and I don't have any interest in that. So, and I don't have as much free time these days, so I don't have the time to invest in an MMO like I did back in the day. Like, the new WoW expansion came out recently, and I still haven't checked it out because I just don't feel like I have the attention span right now to do that. Drink some fruit juice to slake our thirst. Next time we get hungry, we will partake of that meat pizza, assuming I remember to do so. We could check these houses, but remember, we did see some monster density down here when we first arrived in the town, and we retreated to the north, which means they probably at least partially followed the car north. So I would expect to see them in this area. So I'm a little hesitant to go far over there. We can check the house on the corner. Should be perfectly fine. But we're going to definitely keep our eyes out for any hostiles. See an amoebic mold. Not what I would call hostile. Keep moving. There's that pond there. We're just going to move down on this side in case we see anything in the distance. We really don't, though, so I think we're perfectly fine to go into this house. And we did peek around the front earlier and we didn't see anything. So I think this is fine. Let's see if we can get in the back here. Yes. Open and everything. Oh, we came in here when we were looking for disinfectant, didn't we? Okay, so we're not going to find disinfectant here. That's okay. We didn't fully loot the house. We'll take this stuff. I can't believe we haven't found any disinfectant. Makes me feel like they may have nerfed the numbers a bit, but it's most likely just RNG, so not too concerned. I really hate when people lock their interior doors. Doesn't make any sense at all. Let's long string, thank you. Other than that, leisure time. What do you do in your leisure time? Jeez, nothing. I talk on Discord, I guess. I'm pretty vocal on Discord. Motorcycle boots from dirt bikers. The issue is the encumbrance. I don't want 30 encumbrance on my feet. It's just too much. If they fit us, maybe I would tolerate that, and they are good protection, but the thing is your feet don't get hit really as much as something like your foot protection is not as important as the other body parts. Thermal electric socks, also not really interesting to me. I don't think I care about those things. Okay, pantry with some goods here that we will definitely take. I've been writing. If you've been following my updates on the channel, you know I've been writing. That's been slow going as well. I'm pretty unhappy with how slow that's going. Although I did just listen to a podcast, so I'm about 21,000 words into a novel, and I've been listening to podcasts about writing and editing, trying to keep my head space in that area. You know, trying to stay motivated, trying to keep, just trying to focus on that. And in the podcast, they were talking about this guy finished his first draft of a fiction novel, and it took him like 6 months for like not even a novel. It's like a novella. It's like for 40,000 words, the guy took like 6 months to write the first draft. And I just thought, like, how? Like I've been writing for I probably wrote like 7 days over the last 2 weeks, and I'm at 20,000 words. How does it take you months to finish? I don't know. I guess everyone writes at their own pace, but I never thought I was a fast writer, and then I start hearing about these people who are writing stories and they're just so much slower than I am. And don't get me wrong, theirs is probably better than mine. I write quickly apparently, but I don't think it's very good, my writing. So I don't know, maybe you write faster when you're terrible. I don't know. But I've been writing not every night, probably every other day. I've been writing a fair bit. Like even last night I was getting ready to leave for work, and I'd been putting off writing for a couple days. I just haven't been in the mindset for it. And then I watched a video on YouTube. It was I think it was Mark. Yeah, it was Markiplier, which I know we just talked about him, and I know that some people don't like the guy, but he was doing kind of like the interviews surrounding his release of a series called A Heist with Markiplier. And he talked about creativity and, this is like the best thing I ever made. And he just spoke pretty passionately about it, which I'm sure is some of that is just him trying to sell the series, but I also genuinely felt like he was excited about his new series, and it just kind of inspired me a little bit to sit down and write. And I was getting ready to leave for work, so I only had 15 minutes, and I sat down, and in 15 minutes I must have wrote 1,200 words. Maybe it was 20 minutes, 25. It would have been, I don't know how long it was, but basically I sat down before I went to work just a little bit of time and cranked out 1,000 words or whatever. And I was just surprised at how easy it was when I looked back on the days prior where I had kind of been like, I would write 200 words and then be like, oh, I'm bored, and try to find something to entertain myself. And I don't know. I'm trying to write, and I'm trying to stay focused on it. Man, just footwear in this game is nothing I want to wear. Cleats, 15. I mean, we're wearing sneakers, right? With 2 encumbrance. Yeah, it's just so much better. I hate foot encumbrance, and I hate boots in real life anyway. We did find a leather duster, which is pretty substantial. And you know what? We'll take some of this other leather gear as well. Long underwear bottom. We already have the compression shorts. I don't think we need that. I don't need a sweater or an ankle sheath. Yeah, so let's take a look at this duster. Leather duster. Full-length leather duster. Covers the torso, arms, and legs. But it's 30 warmth, which is pretty substantial. And it is leather, which means it has good protection values. We definitely need to wear this because we don't have anything good on our torso. But we're going to need to take off some things to fix our warmth. You'll see our torso is already very warm, but it's mostly our legs I'm concerned about. So what I think we will lose is the long underwear top. And I think we'll lose the compression shorts. What else is on my pants? On my legs? Duster, pants, compression shorts, leg guards. Oh, leg guards are pretty great. I don't want to get rid of the leg guards. They're also very warm. They're the main source of warmth. The compression shorts, though, are comparable. We should lose the compression shorts. So no underwear for us. And you'll see we're back down at reasonable numbers. Our arms are still cold. That's because we lost the long underwear top. But it was the best way I could think to free up some warmth on our torso. What we could do is throw on an undershirt or something just for a tiny bit more warmth on our... No, that's not going to help our arms. I think we're fine. Leather duster's a great find, though. If I could just find some more disinfectant, we would be in a pretty good spot for our character, I think. So we've done some looting, we've found some food, we've found some beverages, some upgraded clothing. No real books either, unfortunately, that we haven't really come across very many books. Hopefully over time that will be rectified. Alright, so let's eat something. We did say about eating that meat pizza. Actually, let's sort our goodies. Sort my loot, please. Excellent. Come down here, eat some meat pizza. You'll see it has 2 days. It's the calorie content that we're after. It's such a huge amount. It has meat on it, which obviously is very significant. What is this? Gallon jugs. Okay, chemicals. Yeah, let's make a space for our chemical goodies. That would be chemical. There it is. I don't know why they're not in alphabetical order. Seems like this is exactly the kind of menu you would put in alphabetical order. So, don't know why that is. But let's throw a chemical pile here. Again, close enough to be crafted with if necessary. We do have a mutagen pile. Okay, yes. Sort again. And then the other thing is that batteries don't get sorted into the tool pile despite, in my mind, them being tools. In fact, they are considered spare parts, which I think is a bad category for them. I think they should have their own category that is specifically batteries. Although I guess technically a battery is a spare part. You replace it in tools and whatnot, but okay. That's fine. And our wallet is just jam-packed. What is in this wallet? Give me the wallet. My God, 34 items. Scroll down. Oh, we can't see the capacity. Open, please. 510s. Oh, we already looked at this, didn't we? Silver gas discount cards. I think we already looked at that wallet. Go ahead and dump the wallet. I don't care. Anyway, I think, you know what? This is a good spot to call the episode. I dropped my aspirin by accident. We'll get that sorted in the next one. I don't have much time today to record. This is going to be the only episode. So everybody, thank you for watching. Hopefully you had a good time. Let me know in the comments down below what you do with your leisure time. What I think is interesting about people's leisure time is that almost everything people do to unwind after a long day is somehow connected to creativity. So like television, movies, books all have writers attached to them. Some of them have acting attached to them. People listen to music, that's a creative endeavor. People play video games, that is basically a bunch of creative people coming together and making a creative work. So most of the things people do to unwind at the end of every day are in some way connected to creativity and creative people, like I like to consider myself. And I think it's funny because people don't value creative people very much. You know, we discourage our kids and our family members from pursuing creative works. Oh, you don't want to be a singer, sweetie. You want to be, you should go get an engineering degree. Oh, what? You think you're going to be the next Stephen King? I don't think so. Go be a journalist. You know, go take a class about cooking. You know, go to culinary school. We discourage people from pursuing creative works because we don't value them very highly. But then at the end of every day, most people go home and unwind using, you know, products from people who are creative. So just think that's fascinating. Not to jam that in on the end of the episode. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully you had a good time. Let me know in the comments below what you do with your leisure time and how you unwind at the end of a long day. And I'll be back with more Cataclysm in the near future. So thanks for watching. See you next time.